It is Sunday, Islanders, and you know what that means. It's time for Island Time Live. My goodness, we've already got so many people that were waiting. I was looking at the metrics here. We've got a screen I can look at, and so many people already here, checked in, and the comments have started. How about that? If you're here tonight, go ahead and say hello and where you're from, and we will get going. As I think Gina pointed out, people here already from across the country. Let's get caught up on them. William, first one here that I see, says hello. A big hello to you, William. Landa is here from Northern California. Landa also pointed out something big, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Hello, Gina. And we've got Licia from Detroit, Michigan. I've got family actually in Detroit. Trina's here. Peggy, Trina from Ohio, and Peggy from Tampa, Florida. Rachel and Charles are here from beautiful Kansas City. Steve is here from Kentucky. William from Mississippi. We've got about, 8 or 10 states already covered. Oklahoma. Terry, it sounds like you've got a new football coach. I just saw that before I came on. Of course, all the reports about Venables going. It looks like it's going to be a done deal. Mary is here. Sarah is here. Babysitting 19-month-old granddaughter. How special is that? It really is. From Florida. Bobby is here. Hello, Bobby. Hope you and your family are doing well. Lisa is here from Central New York. How about that? Again, we're probably to 15 states now. Rhonda is here from Arkansas. That is also where I am located. And as everyone comes into the room, please say hello. I have to give a disclaimer. You can probably tell I've got a chest cold. I guess about Wednesday I woke up with it. It's the strange weather time in Arkansas where we had 40-degree weather for a week or more. Today it was 75. We've had several days in the 70s. I think it crashes down. Yep, Gina, you're right. I am congested, and this is actually the worst that I felt. It's not COVID. I haven't been tested, but I've had COVID, and I've been vaccinated. So not a high chance that it's that, but and I feel okay. It's just the head cold symptoms. Besides that, hey, Lynn from North Dallas, which we love all the time. Lynn, we visit North Dallas all the time. I love, of course, the Frisco area, but University Park. And Lynn, have you heard of a place called Banditos that's by SMU? Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Rita is here from Little Rock. Rita, I am in Greenbrier, like 40 minutes north from you, just north of Conway. So how about that? So anyway, if you hear me tonight sniffling and wiping my nose or coughing, that's what it is. It reminds me just a couple of months ago, Amanda and I went to a concert. It's our first concert in almost 2 years. Has any of you Islanders, have you gone to a concert yet since kind of things have opened up? I know it depends really where you live. But have you been to a concert yet? I'll tell you about our experience here in just a second as we catch up again. Lisa, it's 35 degrees there. Oh my gosh. It is, I think we've got a front coming through tonight. There's a chance of storms. Rachel and Charles, I think it's actually near Kansas City. It's where the front I think it's moved through there maybe, and it's headed our way. But Evelyn is here from New Jersey. Hello, Evelyn. Glad that you're here tonight. Mike is here from good old Houston, Texas. I'll be in Houston in, 12 days now. I mean, it's crazy to even say. Lynn, I love Banditos. You said that you know Banditos. I love Banditos. One of my favorite places to eat in all the world. A friend of a friend actually owns it, owns Banditos. So, hello from Florida. Peace. Lynn, howdy from Houston. How about those Wolverines? Wow, what a performance Saturday. From Michigan, Alabama. How about they call it an upset because Georgia was picked by 6.5, but my goodness, what a game. Concerts, let me know if you've been to a concert yet. Here's my story. Amanda and I went and saw Luke Bryan in Northwest Arkansas, in Rogers, Arkansas. And he came out and he said, he was up front. He sang his first song. He said, guys, I've been on a stage for 30 years. I've never felt this bad. I don't know if I will get through this. and he had a type of laryngitis. After every song, he was drinking two different things. Who knows what it was? And at one point, he sent his band off their stage. Said, "Hey, go! I'm struggling to sing over you because you make so much music. Y'all leave." It was an acoustic show, which when you already don't sound very good because you're sick, and he went acoustic, it was awesome. But I cheered him on the whole night, encouraged him, and at the end of the night, he recognized me. He said, "Hey, man," he said, "you helped make me through the show. Here's my hat." Took off his hat, gave it to me, and that's the only time I had it. Of course, Amanda took it pretty quick after that. But no concerts yet for a lot of you, and its concert season is kind of winding down, so we may not have any, but it was nice to get out. I'll be on the Dream, Mike says, this coming Saturday. I'm ready. I absolutely love the Carnival Dream and have not been back on her since the restart. So I'm jealous of you, Mike. And Michael, Storm's just getting here in Tulsa. So that's about where they're at. Yep. So it'll be here probably about 2 a.m. Right when I get nice and asleep and rested, bam. Those storms will be here, of course. Static Tube, or are they going to make us negative test 1 day or 2 days before a cruise? Because I will be on one in January. Right now, it is 2 days. And let's go ahead and get into some of the news and discussions from this past week. What a busy week. I was slammed. All of you know that I don't do this for a living. I have a daytime job and enjoy what I do, work in data and marketing. So I worked, and then the cruise news. It was insane, the amount of news and the amount of sources. While we're here, let's point it out. Gina pointed it out. We've reached 4,000 subscribers since the end of May, early June. 4,000. That is huge. It really is. When you look at how long it takes on average to gain 1,000, it usually takes 22 months. That's the average to gain 1,000 followers on YouTube. We have 4,000 since May, and it's all thanks to you. I mean, it's amazing. But because of that community that we have built, you and I have built, we now have people cruising on so many ships every single week. You know, they're cruising, and we get updates and questions and pictures and video, and people post on our Facebook page. And that's how really we stayed, I would say, ahead of the story all week long with the Carnival Horizon. Several people on ship messaging us saying, "Hey, here's what's going on here." So it's awesome to hit 4,000, and it feels so nice to have Islanders who cruise all the time and can keep us updated real time what's going on board the ship. And so let me say this. If you have a question tonight, as we have people join us, feel free to ask the question. I do the best I can to keep along with our chat. I may get behind, but I do always try to catch up. So if you have a question, let us know. And there's a good chance that an Islander will answer that question before I get to it, but I will do my best to answer it. I'll promise you that. So busy week with the Horizon. And then the big day, my big day, and it was kind of I don't want to say a letdown, but the no news that came from the Biden administration announcement of new policies and procedures in related to COVID. There were some things out there being speculated, being reported by the Washington Post that would have hurt the cruise industry. You know, if you leave the country, you come back, you have to quarantine for a week. It's not that. It's not going to happen. And so we kind of, I don't want to say we got by that, but some of the things that could have been announced are not in place. So if you have a cruise booked for December, January, February, March, feel good, feel confident, keep moving forward and planning your cruise. Trina, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that. That's the first one of tonight. First super chat of the night. Thank you so much. 4,000 subscribers. It's time for a group cruise, and we're getting there. I know that when we have another big announcement, a lot of you will probably guess that is probably what it is. It's in the works, but logistically, and Charles is helping me out with this. It's tough. It really is to do it the way we want to do it. It's tough, but I promise you we're working on it. Okay. Thank you for that super chat very much. Drink of the night. Drink of the night. Probably not the best thing that I need that's going to help me. Eggnog is what it is, and it's actually pumpkin eggnog, but nothing else in it, and so I should have some sort of honey whiskey, something like that. So we escaped the Biden administration announcement. Nothing really there, but I was crazy busy with I referee high school and college basketball, and yesterday was my 6th day in a row. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every single night. I work my day job. I record Island Time in the morning or lunch. I edit. There are several days I recorded. You probably noticed. I recorded, edited, and couldn't post until I got home at 9, 10 o'clock at night. So just a busy week. I love officiating basketball, and that's probably where I've picked up some cold from. But this week, hopefully, will be better. Absolutely. Let's catch up with all of our chats here. There's a lot going on, I know. And while I catch up on that, I want to ask you a question. So those of you who are watching can chime in. Is there anyone here, any of our Islanders, because I know there were several impacted, do we have any live that were impacted from the Carnival Horizon decision and cancellations and the whole? It's interesting what they're doing with they're bringing back the Liberty and the Sunshine early. It's nice that they are ready to go. They're staffed up, they're crewed up, and logistically they can get them and get supplies on them. But you don't have a say-so on what ship you go on. So is there anyone here that's affected? If yes, let us know. If not, and you had a choice, okay, if Carnival contacted you about your next cruise and said, hey, it's canceled, you are going to get to choose the Carnival Liberty or the Carnival Sunshine. Which would you choose? I know some of you probably haven't been on both. Some may not have been on either, but what would you choose? And while you answer that, I will catch up on all the chats here. There's a lot going on here. So yes, the Dream has a great band. I've heard that, Ronnie, as well. Again, I haven't been on her in a couple of years, but heard that she has a really good band. Lynn, I bought merch and can't wait to get it to wear it on the Dream January the 15th. Lynn, thank you so much for that order. And I'm right there with you. Amanda and I have placed so many orders for our cruise December the 18th, for ourselves, for people going with us, for surprises, for giveaways that we're going to have. We'll have some news on some giveaways that's going to come up on Island Time, something new we're going to do now that we're up and running and going and have Island Time merch, besides just a couple of items. So, Lynn, thank you for that. And while we're at it, I'll tell you this. We've opened a spread shop. Those of you who missed it, that was our big announcement last week. There's a link in the description of this video. You've got 15% off for, I think, 6 more days. One of the reasons why I went with spread shop is this. If you place an order, it comes in the mail, and you don't like it. You don't like the way it fits you. You don't like the way the logo looks on the color. Maybe it was, it's hard to tell maybe from the pictures or maybe any reason at all. One reason I went with this store and this company is that you can return it, no questions asked, within 30 days and get your money back. You don't have to exchange it. You can say, you know what? I don't want it. I'll send it back, and there's no questions asked. So those of you, and that some people have asked me that. That's why I point that out. So, Lynn, thank you for your order. And for those of you looking for Island Time merch, there is a link below. So let's see what we got here. Rita will be on the Dream also. How about that? We got several Islanders going on the Carnival Dream next Sunday, next weekend. It's going to be awesome. It is. Charles, thank you very much, and you've helped me with that 4,000 for sure. Pete and Donna here from San Antonio. You need a shot of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey for your throat. If I had one right now, I would take it. I don't want to say feeling that bad, but you know the tightness in the chest and the throat. So far, we're making it pretty good, but I do need that. How about Joy? Joy, we absolutely love Joy. We cruise with her in October. She's leaving tomorrow on the Breeze. I know you're going to have a fantastic time. And Joy, I also know this. Because you're going to be on that ship tomorrow, leaving tomorrow, there are many other cruisers who are going to have a great time and laugh and smile and sing because you're there. So that is awesome. It is. Yep, Amanda is getting the kiddos asleep. I hope she can jump on here in just a minute. The kiddos, we were watching Home Alone before it was time to come up and to get things ready. And so she's turned the lights off, and hopefully she jumps on pretty quick. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Evelyn says the sunshine. She would go in the sunshine. I love the sunshine. Mike is here. Looky there. We're running late, but we're here. I'm glad you're here, Mike. We're just now getting started. Trina is supposed to board Horizon today. Of course, it was moved or canceled, rebooked to a later date. Trina, I hate that you're impacted. I hate that you're affected. Not what you'd planned on at all. But hopefully some of those options that Carnival provided will work. And you'll be able to cruise very, very soon. Charles, thank you so much for that super chat. You know you don't have to do that. I absolutely love you and Rachel. Y'all become great, great friends. And thank you so much for that super chat. It means a lot to me. Mike, 4,000. So very happy for you and love what you're doing for our community. The neat thing about Charles and Mike, we met them in July the 24th. Mike's comment. You're exactly right. Go home, you filthy animals. One thing about Charles and Mike was we all met July the 24th week, the Vista Cruise, and I mean we barely launched. Honestly, I may have had 100 subscribers. No one knew who we were, what we were trying to do, and I appreciated that. I think they had maybe known who I was, but they didn't. They didn't think it wasn't a celebrity status deal, which is not what I want at all. But and Mike, and here of course here goes Mike, $4.99. Thank you so much, Mike, for that super chat. My goodness, I feel blessed for it. You know that. I appreciate your friendships, absolutely. Let me scroll back here and try to catch up here as we're going. Oh goodness. Rachel, yes. Hopefully it doubles quickly. We'll see how it goes. Gina, how exciting. Yes. Yep. And I enjoy this warmer weather, but the fluctuation is what has messed with me. Nancy just got home from cruising on the NCL breakaway. How about that? Nancy, how was it? If you want to give us a short review, a few sentences, especially if you can compare it to other cruise lines or other experiences, that will be awesome. Charles, yes, pumpkin eggnog, I know. I need to add something to it, I do. Last night was my sister-in-law's birthday, and we had a babysitter, so you can imagine what happened last night. So it's hard to go 2 nights in a row anymore. Let's see. Need a shot of Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey whiskey for your throat. Absolutely. Yep. Patty's leaving for the Breeze on Friday. Patty, are you flying in, driving in? What are you doing there, and where are you staying? Thank you, Charles, for that. Lucia, January and May cruise canceled. My fingers are crossed for our March cruise on the Sunshine. It's Carnival's 50th birthday celebration, and I bet you're going to be okay there. And what a beautiful ship the Sunshine is. It really is. Patricia is here. I saw that they started testing 24 hours on ships before returning to the United States. Is this part of the new protocols? There's been nothing officially announced yet. I've seen things reported in pencil and the discussions on, and Patricia, let me say this. You do have to be tested if you're flying internationally into the United States within 24 hours, okay? Nothing yet on cruising. Nothing yet on cruises. So it may stay that way. It may not, but there's no change from what we've seen for the last several months, okay? Michael, yeah, the Horizon Atrium protest. I saw that. My goodness. There were some people pretty upset. There really were. And like I said, we have some Islanders on the ship. And I saw that and I asked them about it. I said, was this a one-time event? Was it planned? Did y'all meet, somewhere else and walk there together? Is this going on consecutively, a couple times a day? And all the Islanders that are on the ship say, everybody that we see and come across, they're happy. Yes, they may be upset they're missing ports, but they're enjoying the sea days. They're enjoying the ships. The extra money is nice, but some people want more, and they are using the contract that we all signed with Carnival. They're trying to use it in their benefit, but I can promise you any contract that Carnival has is in their benefit, okay? Trying to pull one sentence out of the contract, probably not going to work. But if you haven't seen the Carnival atrium protest, I will find that video and post it on Facebook later tonight. But I mean, there were several people who gave speeches, and they were wanting a greater percent back from their cruise or extra onboard credit, more than what Carnival had said they would give them. So I'll post that later on tonight. Patty, hey, I bought the 6-pack of COVID tests from eMed. When I opened the little bottle, we do the 6 drops that was empty. Okay, so that's not good at all. And I can honestly tell you from my experience with the at-home test, I know they're simple. I know a lot of people are using them. I don't think I will, coming up in 10 days, 12 days. They just didn't come on time. And so, and it's free. We've got somewhere local. I found out that we can get tested for free. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see. Scroll on down here. Nancy Ship did a really good job. They announced Saturday that CDC was requiring testing of all passengers before disembarkation. Honestly, we thought it was because of a new variant. So, Nancy, that was interesting that they announced that for sure. Mike, I wasn't affected, but if they had to choose, I suppose we'd go with the Liberty, even though I haven't been on either. They're pretty close. A&E, do you think they are going to look at the Panorama? Seems with 2 Vista-class ships having the same propulsion issues. You are exactly right. The Vista-class, and actually there's been a couple of Islanders point out what the exact issues are. And it's way more technical than even I can get into. And so, I don't know, maybe at dry docks, at future dry docks, they will look at what can be done, to solve this issue permanently. Hopefully it doesn't come up on either the Vista or the Panorama. But I know the Panorama just weeks ago had similar issues, but stayed in service. So, we'll see what happens here. Rodney, I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing really good tonight. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, Patty, I decided to just book both tests at CVS and Walgreens so I can make sure we get one in on time on Saturday. That's still the way to go, honestly. CVS and Walgreens, they have a contract with the government. The tests are free if they're available in your area. You're encouraged to use them, honestly. In my area, we have CVS and Walgreens, but they have not ever tested. Since March of 2020, they don't offer any type of testing. So I actually go to an urgent care clinic, and I found out in October that if you get the rapid at that place, it's $140. If you get the rapid and the PCR, they can actually bill your insurance, and it's free. So they said that Blue Cross Blue Shield has that policy. Cigna, okay, Cigna is really big. I know the Northeast. It's not really too big, where I'm from. And United Healthcare. United Healthcare, Cigna, Blue Cross, Blue Shield. If you go to a doctor or a provider and you get both tests, even though you only need the rapid, your insurance should pay for it. So remember that as you're getting tested for your cruises. Patty, I'm glad you love your lanyard. We just sent out, goodness, I don't know, 20 or 30 different packages with lanyards. So, and we will still sell those. That's Spread Shop had an option. I did not like it as good as what we have. We've actually placed another order to get more in. So we will still sell those lanyards because the quality. It's all about the quality of the metal clasp. So, yep. And David, there's David. David, how are you? Home Alone is my favorite Christmas movie. Me too. And I've already got my 5-year-old hooked on it. He absolutely loves Home Alone already. Although he can't stand the entire movie yet. You know, he watches the last about 30 minutes of him setting up all the tricks and and then actually everything going. He likes the very end of it. So, yep. Let's see. Scroll back up here. Here we go. Static 2, make sure you make a MyChart account for CVS so that you get your test results back easy. That's right. Cruise lines, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, they will take them electronically or on paper. I'm more of a paper person, usually. I still print things out. I still prefer a paper newspaper. But the electronic, when you get to, talking about this, it's nice that you can log on and have an electronic record, because if you lose that piece of paper, you might be in trouble. So, yep, that's a good call out. Static Tube right there. Patty, we will cruise together someday. I promise you that. We'll get together. Yep. Charles, and I like this because it happens so much. So Charles says, I honestly thought you were a YouTube jerk in July, but will say you are one of my best friends now. And that, honestly, it happens all the time. There's a stigma for sure with those who have vlogs on any content, any concept, and it may be some people play it in the clickbait scenarios and trying to make up headlines for people to click on it. I try not to do that. I would get way more views if I did. I don't want to do that, but there is a stigma. And Charles, you remember Jackie cruised with us in October. Charles and I are enjoying a happy hour at Willie G's across from Harbor House, and Jackie walked up. He said, I know who you are. I've watched your stuff, and I don't like you. He didn't even tell me his name at first, and then it turned out we became very good friends. So, and there's a lot of times people walk up to me, they're like, I know who you are. Can I talk to you, or can I take a picture with you? Yes, absolutely. What you see in front of you, what you see every day, is exactly what you get. I promise. I will sit and chat or play a game, break out the dominoes, the spades, let's go with anybody. I promise you. Nancy, we cruised Carnival and NCL and loved them both. Just happy to be cruising again. I agree with you. And it feels so good now, so much better now than it did a week ago. Because there were some questions with the new variant. It was like, okay, here we go. Is this the end of cruising again? A lot of the other YouTube bloggers in the space almost said, here we go. We're about to close down. Never go to the extreme, okay? That's one of my rules. You never go to the extreme. Things are never as bad as they seem to be. They're also never as good as they seem to be. But I feel a lot better that cruising is here, and I feel safe. I really do. Thank you very much, Charles, for that comment about the lanyards. They are, and I wear them every day, and gave some out. We had a pre-cruise party last weekend. Gave everyone going one. Hopefully they remember to bring them. I told them I'm not going to give you another one. Here we go. A&A the Horizon is amazing, even if you miss all the ports. I agree with you. It is. There's so much to do on the ship. And the opportunity to just cruise, it would make me happy. It really would. Static Tube will be on the Allure of the Seas in December. And, of course, NCL Prima in December 2023, where we are getting close to it. The announcement of the Prima is a huge announcement for Galveston and all of us who live within driving distance almost, 6 or 8 hours. It's going to be exciting to see for sure. Gina, those people on Horizon only missed ports. That's exactly right. They did not miss their cruise, one day of their cruise at all. There was nothing shut down, closed down. Even I had a photo one day sent to us from an Islander, and literally it's just the wake. If you go to the aft of the ship and you see your traditional aft shot, yeah, you can tell there's propulsion issues, but nothing was closed. So Exactly. The ship could do donuts in the ocean for a couple of weeks. Exactly. I would be happy with it. Yep. A&E, I booked on the Prima. Absolutely. And now we need to get something going there because it's really going to be a cool ship and a game changer for NCL, of course. Patty, we talked about that meeting, and that I'll post that video. It's funny, and we'll see how long it stays up. You know, there's background music, and I spoke to I chatted with Sal, one of the actually a blogger who posted it, and he said it's probably going to be taken down because of music. YouTube, you know, they get tougher and tougher on us. Even if you say I don't own the rights to this music, they will still take it down now. So, let's see. A lot of chats going on, and while I continued to catch up, I was scrolling through. I saw Usnavi. Let me ask you this, because again, we met with some of those that were cruising with December the 18th. Met with them this weekend, and there's a couple people who have never cruised before. They've heard a lot about cruising from us, and one guy said, "So, where is your favorite place to eat?" And I said, "Well, that's different. I look forward to, Guy's Burger on the first day. I look forward to the steakhouse. I love lobster tail, shrimp and lobster tail. So, on formal night. So, I was like, I can't choose just one. So I wanted to ask, what is your favorite dining experience on a cruise? So before you get on the cruise, you're anticipating your amazing vacation you've paid for, you've planned for, you've taken off work for, and you think about what's the one experience you can't wait to have in regards to dining. That's how I want to frame it. What is it? Is it that first Guy's Burger on embarkation day? Is it a particular dish or a meal or a restaurant or a certain day? What is your favorite dining experience on a cruise ship? Because there are so many. And based on your answers, literally, I'm going to make a list to say, hey, we can't miss these things. So as you answer that, I'm going to keep on catching up. Arthur used our Island Time hack to get the 10 o'clock to 10:30 appointment for December the 18th on the Vista. Arthur, that is great news. That video is probably our most watched video, but it helps us Islanders get on board first. One of the first people to get on board, and I love that. So I'm glad that it worked for you, and you can use it every single time in the future. And I've had a lot of people say they use it with Royal Caribbean, and Celebrity's setup is the exact same. So I know that Carnival, Royal, and Celebrity can all kind of use that system, that hack. So let's see. Static Tube, yep, talking about offers. Great offers right now. Susie, question, having your test done at a drugstore, what type of test do you have to have? It could be a PCR, but it's tough to get a PCR because it has to be within 48 hours of embarkation day. But just a rapid test will work. If it's administered, if you're going to a drugstore, that will work. There is a type of Abbott at-home test that you can use that has a proctor. That's telemed, Susie. So you can go to your drugstore. A rapid is fine. You can literally leave there with a piece of paper saying you're negative, and you can use that. Susie, just make sure that whatever name is on that test is the same name as it appears on your passport or your birth certificate. They will give you issues. Make sure your birthday is right. Things like that. Okay? Michelle is here. Usnavi is in the house. Congratulations on having 4,000 Islanders. Thank you, Michelle, so much. I'm glad that Usnavi is here. All of you have to meet Usnavi one day and hear the story behind Usnavi. But I'm thankful for 4,000. I can tell you that right now. I am. Mike, I booked on the NCL Encore in Alaska. Looking there in September, and I can't wait. We have to go to Alaska. And Mike, I bet you Mike comment on this. Yep, Alaska cruise is on the bucket list. I was looking for Mike's name because we've been talking about Alaska. Maybe we've actually, Amanda and I have actually got some offers, $100 offers for July of next year. But we're already going 1 week late in July. So we're going to see maybe if we can squeeze an Alaskan cruise in. We have never, ever, ever done the Alaskan cruise, and we need to. We really do. That's a bucket list. It is. I know Charles, again, is wanting to try it too. Lynn says Alaska cruises are my favorite. I would miss the sunshine, but honestly, I like the cold weather too. So I think I would like, a little bit different. It'd be different. It would. It would. I've always heard I'm an interior person on a cruise ship, and I've always heard do not go cheap. You have to get a balcony if you take an Alaskan cruise, and so we would have to do that most definitely. Let's see. Really Creative Travel is here. Hello. Thank you so much for that 4K. I'm excited. I am. See if we can grow faster. It's amazing to see the metrics. Most, like 80% of our viewers are not subscribers. So if you think about people that watch our stuff probably all the time and comment and they're members of our community, you know how it is. Some people just don't subscribe. It is the way it is for sure. Lynn has done 5 Alaskan cruises, and they are by far the best time. 5, that is awesome. What a blessing it is. And Rhonda's done, she loves Alaska. She's been twice, has one booked for 2023 even. I love it. Charles. Charles is exactly right. People no lie were offering to pay. Listen to this. People were offering to pay for pictures with me. No lie. Charles saw it. He was there. They would ask Charles. We had a game. I called Charles my manager. We're just playing around, and they would say, "Do I need to give you $20 for a picture with Derek?" It's like, come on, really? No, you're not paying $20. I will take a picture with you though. Landa just booked an 11-night Mediterranean. Hello on the NCL Escape for October. That is for sure a bucket list item. Mediterranean itself, but to go for 11 nights is going to be awesome. It really, really is. This thing, jumps around. Let me scroll back up here. Ooh, I'm way behind. Let's see if I can catch up here. David wants to cruise the Allure of the Seas when it comes to Galveston. I do too. I have to. It's I have to because we have not done the Allure. I've been watching videos of it. It looks amazing. I've never met you in person. Absolutely, David. When we meet up, we'll be together the whole week. I can tell you that. Most definitely. Yep, Joy, you're right. Yep, lanyards, they weren't the same quality as what we have. So I said, no, we'll keep those. It's going to be nice to have the Allure of the Seas in Galveston. Let's do a group tour on her. Absolutely. The Allure's going to be there. The Jubilee's going to be there. The Prima's going to be there. Disney's going to send a ship, maybe more often than just, their December cruises they do. So Galveston's growing for sure. And look who's in the house. Coach Cruz is here. Love Coach Cruz, Brad, and a whole group of us sailed in July. We're booked last July. We're booked again next July. So Coach added me as a host for the pub crawl, and I may literally be crawling at the end of it, Coach. Coach is a big guy, so you'll be able to help me stumble along if I need to. I know that for sure. Static Tube, I tried my first one at the steakhouse on the breeze. I like it. So here we're getting to our answers finally of the question. What's your most anticipated dining experience? Again, I have new cruisers we're cruising with December the 18th. I need to know what we need to show them. Chef's table, Trina says. We'll start them off right with the chef's table. It's I plan on taking Amanda. Amanda was actually just in here clicking something. I don't know if you heard beeping. I don't know what she's doing. But she may be sanitizing. Who knows? But yeah, chef's table. I plan to take Amanda. She's not on yet, so I'm going to tell you. We're celebrating 10 years. Next month, December the 17th, celebrate 10 years together of marriage. So I'm going to treat her to the chef's table. Guys Burger and Lobster. Michael, double pig patty at Guys. Thank you for pointing that out. You can get, if you need or want, a double cheeseburger, a double 2 patties. You can get it at Guys. A lot of people don't know that or don't think about it. Michelle, of course, goes with seafood. I love it, which I'm a seafood person as well. Lynn, the steakhouse. Peggy, Blue Iguana Breakfast Burrito. That is one of my go-tos as well. It's C-Day Brunch. I absolutely love C-Day Brunch. And that whole experience, you're not rushed, and it's coffee and mimosas and filet mignon and eggs. I love my omelets, and then I love my burritos from Blue Iguana. Charles, only since the last night at the Breeze, bonsai sushi. Exactly, Charles. One of the things on our list for October cruise was to have bonsai. Charles had never had it, and literally about 5 minutes before they closed on the last night, 11:55 p.m. They closed at midnight. I said, "Hey, we have to go. Let's go." And it was absolutely awesome. If you've never been to bonsai, it does cost, but the rolls are like between $6 and $9, maybe $10. It's totally worth it. It really is. Rayleigh says, we always look forward to the Fahrenheit 555 steakhouse on the first night of our Carnival ship. You get a free bottle of house wine, exactly right, on that first night. And it's casual. That first night, you don't have to dress up. So you could wear a nicer shirt, a collared shirt, and pants, or I've seen people wear khaki shorts before, and it be acceptable in a steakhouse that first night with your free bottle of wine. So it's a good reminder there. It really is. And can anybody, I need help here. I was trying to, Amanda and I were talking about this. There's a steakhouse in the fleet. And I don't know if it's, I was trying to remember them. I'll just tell you what I'm looking for. There's a steakhouse in the fleet that's got different historical scenes from, there's up high on the walls are the pyramids, different pictures, paintings from the Roman Empire, and it's got different historical themes. It seemed like one time we had a big table, and it was all this historical paintings, and my bachelor's degree is in history, so I know I was telling the group, here's this and that, and I could not remember what ship that is. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Let me know if you know what I'm talking about, because I could not remember. Lynn, Chef's Table, Gina Steakhouse for sure, but it's not a cruise until I have a Guy's Burger. Exactly, I love it. Charles, Seafood Shack, absolutely, Seafood Shack. Does cost again, but it's not very much. 1 pound Pillam and Edam shrimp is usually $10. Not bad at all. There's Cody. Hey, Cody. Hope you're doing well, brother. Cody Lawrence has all week kept us posted on what's going on the horizon. He's been one of my sources. I've called him out by name. And Cody, I'm glad that you're here tonight. Hope you're doing well and set for a good week. I really do. I am. I'm sorry I sound like this. We're getting through it for sure, but I sound awful. I do. I feel okay. It's just this cold. So Joy says steakhouse. My favorite dining experience from DPS is bacon, and lots of bacon. Amanda would agree with you on that. She absolutely. Breakfast, Guy's Burger. She makes some concoction of fries, and she gets cheese from somewhere. Nacho cheese. Is it the deli, maybe? Maybe. I think it's the deli. And then she gets bacon from Guy's, and she'll make these fries, big old plate of fries with the bacon. Yep. David, pizza for me. Quattro cheese pizza. I'm low maintenance. And yes, that pizza, it hits a special way at midnight and 1 and 2 a.m. It does. So absolutely. And again, we're talking about experience here. Food is, it could be okay. It could be good. But for instance, the pizza, okay, it's not the best pizza in the world. But when you're on a cruise in the middle of the ocean and it's 1 a.m. and you've had a great night, you've had a great night of fun and laughs and comedy and shows, and then you get that pizza at 1 a.m., it's an experience. It really is. So I've got to have that experience with those that that are cruising with us who've never been on a cruise in a couple of weeks. Mike, I always try and book a reservation at the steakhouse. Yep, 555 or Chops. On Carnival, guys, burger is always first meal. I agree with you there. Steve was on the Sunrise last week and had an awesome time. Got married on the beach. Steve, congratulations on that. Got married on the beach on Saturday. Headed out to the Bahamas Monday for 5 days. A huge congratulations. And no matter what Charles says, he may have said this, okay, because I said it the wrong way on our cruise in October. And being from Arkansas, it did not help. Here's my exact quote, okay? We're talking about weddings. I'm a ordained minister, okay, and I am because someone said, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you become an ordained minister?" I said, "Oh, well, I married my sister," and the whole place lost it. Okay, it was happy hour, embarkation day, Red Frog Pub. "Oh, you married your sister," and what should have come out of my mouth before the couple of fish bowls that I had was that I performed this ceremony. The wedding ceremony for my sister. But it came out I married my sister. So, Steve, random fact, I've performed several weddings, and I went through the process because my sister asked me to perform her ceremony with her and her husband, but I've done several since. So, congratulations. I know you had a beautiful ceremony, and it was a great, great cruise and honeymoon. That's awesome. It really is. Patricia, home from the NCL escape 14 days ago. I agree. Money or moving equals happy. I got a passport stamped in Tortola. How about that? I love passports. I just got a new one too. I'm kind of upset, even though they send back your old one, but you got to start all over. Which I need to have a better mindset. It's a new page. It's a fresh book. But it is neat to get your passport stamped. St. Thomas is beautiful. Didn't bother tendering. Yep, absolutely. Beautiful cruise, it sounds like, by the way. I know you had an amazing time for sure. Ray, best dining is either a meal I only get on a cruise or something I have never had before. Yes, and do that. Try things you haven't tried before. I'm bad about knowing what I like. We've cruised so much, I know kind of what I like. I need to try different things, absolutely. Coach says that Alaska is awesome and a must. Went on our honeymoon, and yes, on a balcony. Absolutely. Yep. Mike, thank you so much, Mike, for that super chat. I appreciate that so very much. Mike says, as always, love the channel. It's must-watch TV for me. There's so many people who say that, honestly. When there's days that either there's not a huge news, if there's not big news or news that affects, if it affects, this is what I ask myself, is there news today that could affect our community of cruisers? If that answer is yes, I record something. If the answer is no, I don't. And there are people who will message me and say, hey, I don't see anything out today. And because I say it's on their daily list to do. So, Mike, I appreciate that sentiment and those words. It means a lot to me. It really, really does. Let me scroll back up here. Rita's booked for 10 days, Alaska in August 2022. Yeah, and Rayleigh points it out too. Over 70% of our analytics are not members. It just, yet. I like that, yet. Something about it. Sometimes people don't hit that subscribe button. The Z Show, hello. Looky here. What's up, brother? I'm trying to get ready to go in the Carnival Vista the 15th, January the 15th, maybe, from Galveston when I come back. If I buy alcohol by the bottle, how can I put it on the flight back? Okay, so you buy your alcohol and get it off. Of course, they're going to ask you in Texas if you have it, pay taxes on it. That's up to you. I won't give any advice there. But it's got to be in your check bags. Carnival will usually package it up pretty well in the boxes. You might put some extra towels, whatever you have around it, but it's got to go in your checked luggage, of course, to fly home. If you put it on your carry-on, you're going to pour it out. Or, as I saw a couple of months ago, there was a bottle, I think it was just Malibu. Someone had it, and they literally passed it between about 4 or 5 people that didn't even know each other and drank it before TSA took it. Yep. Lynn, thank you for that. Yeah, hit the like button. That would help us out tremendously. Yep. It is an island time party when I have a bourbon and Coke Zero in my hand. Absolutely, it is. It was great cruising with Coach because both of us are trying to share with other cruisers our experience, and it's awesome when I'm live and someone else is live. We run into each other. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, Coach, you're right. If we do it right, we better be crawling back for sure. Yep. Patricia, thank you so much for that. 10 years. We were high school sweethearts. We dated for 5 years before, but we're celebrating 10 years of marriage just a couple of weeks. I need to get shopping, honestly. She's not on here, so I can say that, but I've got to really having a tough time thinking about what to get her. If you have any ideas, honestly, I'm a bad shopper. I usually try to make something because that's usually what I come up with. If she wants something, she usually buys it for herself. So if you have any ideas, comment or send me a message on Facebook. I'm trying. I really am. Thank you, Lisa. Charles points out, call Tracy Conley at Carnival Cruise Line and her extension there, 85162. And bless Derek and Amanda. You don't have to do that. Goodness gracious. Charles, thank you for that. I don't pre-screen these comments. I read them out. Tracy Conley is my PvP. Charles uses her as well. Many of us Islanders do. She's been so good to me. She just actually got back from the Horizon. I didn't even think about this. Charles just got back last week. I mean, literally, the week before all this happened. I need to call her about that. I didn't even put that together. Lisa, I've only ever tried the steakhouse. It was decent, but I'm looking forward to Rudy's Sea Grill. Me too. Rudy's, again, on the Mardi Gras. It cost. I'm ready to try it. I am. Absolutely. Gina, I got to run. A good deal. Hope you have a great week. David, I watch a lot of YouTube videos every day. Some of the people have millions of followers. And they always remind people to subscribe because half of the views are not subscribed. It's just, it is. It's crazy the way it works. And YouTube sends us emails and all their trainings. And it said the best way to get subscribers is to ask. So I hate to be that guy because I don't want to ask for anything. But I do it. Chiefs 10-3 at half. Thank you, Charles. It's on downstairs. I'm ready to watch it and to relax. And I'll maybe getting a little shot of whiskey, too, to try to clear this up. Oh, gosh, David. I know your comment there, falling out of your chair, was about me marrying my sister. Yep. But, Charles, based on that comment conversation, again, we made some great, great friends. We really do that are cruising again in February. Oh, goodness. The Z Show, you're welcome for that. I know what you mean by that, DPS. Yep. Tony, Tracy is amazing. Thank you for the recommendation. She told me about her cruise on the Horizon. Awesome, Tony. I'm glad that you're using her. And I don't send people to her because I get something. I don't get anything. But I know that she's going to take care of whoever I send to her just like she takes care of me. And that's why I send people to her for sure. Charles said she loved the Horizon. It was Tracy's first cruise since the shutdown. And she has a little one too. 2-year-old, a little over 2. And just to Charles's point, Charles says that we talked for about 45 minutes about her trip. And when you think about her time and how valuable her time is, because she's in a sales role, really, but she has an established clientele. She doesn't make cold calls. She's not pushy at all. She has a clientele, and she's able to provide personalized service because her clients book over and over again with her, and she's not looking at a database trying to cold call somebody to book. So she is awesome. She really is. And if you're cruising out of Miami, she'll literally meet you on embarkation day for breakfast. She'll meet you on the ship. And I've ruined a surprise for Charles because we've got it set up. Tracy's going to meet us in July. Coach Cruz will be there. She's going to spend all the way up till about 30 minutes, she said, before we actually leave for sail away. She's going to spend a half a day with us. So I'm excited for that. And Charles, surprise. I just runned it, but surprise. Mike B, I like Coach Cruz's video. He put so much time in detail into his videos. He captures an entire moment and experience, and I appreciate that about Coach Cruz. Coach Cruz. Derek is on par with anyone when it comes to cruise news. Coach, I appreciate that so very much. I cover the industry. One of the biggest knocks that I get is I lean to Carnival quite a bit, and it's because I love cruising with Carnival. And I know I said about Wednesday that no one covers Carnival Cruise Line like Island Time, and that's not saying that that's me. I'm saying our Islanders as a whole, because we cruise Carnival a lot, no one covers it like Island Time. I don't think Tony at La Liga Loco would dispute that. I don't think Don with Don's Family Vacations, and I know both of them, Tony and Don. Corey with Midships is cruising right now. I think they'd all say, yeah, the Island Time, Carnival belongs to Island Time. And so, which is okay, because I would say some of the same things about other cruise lines and them, for sure. David, 1 hour is not long enough. The more subs, I will have to go longer. You're right. The 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time hour has been really good. I thought it would be too late for people, but and especially East Coast, it's 9 o'clock, but it seems to work well, and we will extend that as we need to, for sure. I agree with that. Peggy, my PvP, has met us a few times on the ship on Embarkation Day. That is awesome, Peggy. And if you want to share, Peggy, if you want to share your PvP's info as well, I pushed to Tracy because that's who I know and use. If I knew someone else that was good, I'd push there too. So Peggy, if you want to share if you know the extension offhand, then for sure, share that for sure. Charles, Carnival's awesome. No other cruise line compares to the CCL experience, and that's what I always hear. I need to get out and cruise more with other lines, and we're going to in 2022, and especially in 2023. But it's going to be hard to beat Carnival. It is. I do want to talk about the week ahead. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm keeping a close eye on capacity because I had it this month going up 85%, as high as 85%. You won't see a lot of 85, but for sure 80. But the new variant, I think, is going to suppress that some. We're going to stay in the 70s, which I'm okay with. I know others are as well. But we're going to watch it. And, of course, we'll watch it December 18th. We'll be there live, and I can go to guest services and ask about that. And I also wanted to mention, too, I made a video. It was not as big of a hit this week as I thought it would be. It was big news for me. Carnival is testing on the Carnival Vista March the 19th and March the 26th of 2022. You can use your onboard credit to purchase things before you cruise. Okay, so I made a video earlier this week where I shared my screen and I went through my December the 18th cruise. I can't use my onboard credit. And I switched it on Carnival.com to my March the 19th cruise. And I could put things in my cart and pay for them with onboard credit. So I'm excited about this test to see. It's only the Carnival Vista. It's only for those 2 weeks. I hope whatever they're looking at, whatever metrics they're looking at, I hope it blows it off the charts, and that all of us are able to use onboard credit. Some of us have had more than we've ever had because of COVID and cancellations and rebookings. I hope we're able to use it before we cruise. So I was part of the conversation of the official announcement last week. And I know those who are overseeing the program, and I promise you every probably 10 or 14 days, I will be sending them a message saying, do you have any update? Is this being expanded to any of their ships or sell dates? They will get tired of me before you know it, but I think that's cool. I do. Yep. And David, yes, Virgin Cruise Line, we've got to take a cruise on Virgin. It's unbelievable. I've looked at reviews and the videos, the ships, the experience. We've got to do it. We really do. Peggy, thank you for sharing that. Liz, our extension 82670. Thank you for sharing that. Again, Peggy, an Islander who would not lead us in the wrong direction, I know. So if you're looking for PvP, contact Liz as well. Michael, I was told the Glory. Okay, so here we go. Mike says the Glory New Year's Eve is at 85%, and that's about what I thought. And I'd wondered Have cruise lines sold it to that point already before Omicron, or are they keeping them open? I didn't know, but 85 is a number I hear for the December 17th, 18th week, so week before Christmas, and then New Year's. And not just for Carnival, but Carnival at 85, but even Royal Caribbean up in the 70s, Celebrity up in the 70s. That's because the demand, those 2 weeks are there. It would drop off in January and February, pick up spring break March, drop in April, and then May, June, July, they think it could be up to 95%. So let's see what happens for sure. As we begin to wrap things up, I see what Charles is saying with Tracy there. She's been great. Lisa, I've only tried Carnival and I love them. However, I did book Wonder of the Seas and Prima just to try other lines, and why not? Why not? We eat at different restaurants. We drive different cars. We buy goods, clothes from different stores. Why not try something else? Absolutely. Absolutely. So this week, we'll look at capacity. We'll keep an eye on the horizon. I still think there's some funny business going on. And we'll check and see. I'm not so sure that they know exactly the week. They probably know a time frame, 2 or 3 weeks, but I wouldn't be surprised if the horizon misses an additional 1 to 2 weeks. They don't want to cancel them yet, of course, because that's a lot of revenue. So they keep it on the books, and if they need to cancel it, they can. But we'll keep an eye on that. I hope that all of you have a great week. This hour flew by, as David said. We're going to have to add time to it. I'm glad I made it through. My voice, hopefully, will get better the next several days. I hope you all have a good week. Mine should be slower this week. Only 2 nights of officiating basketball instead of 6. Coach, I know that you're coaching basketball right now. Good luck to you and your teams and traveling, and I know everything that goes into it. I coached for several years. Have a great, great night. I'm so thankful that you're part of this community, and you've helped us reach 4,000 Islanders with many more to go. I can't wait to cruise with you all one day very, very soon. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.